Alright, so with the new release of Dino Fury, which is the fourth dinosaur themed Power Ranger team, we decided to make a comparison video between the Red Rangers of all four teams, who each use swords and have a Tyrannosaurus as their main Zord. Note that I'll be mentioning Dino Charge and Dino Supercharge as one single thing. And these are the insignias, the symbols that represent each team. So we'll start with introducing who these people are behind the masks. Jason, a high school martial artist, Connor, a high school soccer player, Tyler, who works at a dinosaur museum, and the latest one, Zayto, who's an alien. They're all team leaders, the ones who usually shout the call to morph. And morph they do, into these suits, all having a recurring jagged sharp pattern all over, with their helmets representing the head of a T-Rex. The source of their powers are the Tyrannosaurus power coin, red dino gem, red energem, and red power key. But these power sources require a medium, a morpher, in order to harness that power. So these are the morphers. Jason's power morpher, which houses the coin. Connor's bracelet holds the dino gem, and when activated turns into a dino morpher. Tyler's energem is contained in a battery-like dino charger, which can be activated using a gun-shaped dino charge morpher. And Zayto's power key needs to be inserted into his Dino Fury morpher. And now for the interesting part, where we discuss their Zords, weapons, and special Power Ranger modes. For the weapons, we can divide them into two categories: primary individual weapons, which are unique to each member, and the sidearms, a similar shooting weapon that every member has. For the primary individual weapons, we have the Power Sword, Tyranno Staff, and T-Rex Smasher. All could be combined with the weapons of their other teammates into the Power Blaster, Z-Rex Blaster, and Dino Spike. For the sidearms, there's the Blade Blasters, Thundermax Blasters, and Dino Blade Blaster, all of which could be turned into sharp blades for close range combat. Now for Dino Fury, it's a bit different. It seems that at the beginning the core members all use the similar Chroma Fury sabers as their primary weapons, but it's not unique as everyone uses them. And then I'll just throw in this claw-like weapon belonging to the Red Ranger, which isn't really a sidearm, but I don't know where else to put it. And for Dino Supercharge and Dino Fury, they each have one bonus red sword with a golden blade, the Dino Super Drive Saber, and this unnamed sword as of right now. So what about the suit upgrades? We also divide this into two parts. First is a power-up shared among all team members. These are the Super Dino mode, Dino Super Drive, this one's name we still don't know, and the metallic armor for MMPR. I know that the one using this was not Jason, but his successor Rocky, but it's still MMPR, so it should count. And then we have an armored upgrade that is unique to the Red Ranger only. We have the Triassic Battlizer, T-Rex Supercharge, this yet to be named thing, and Dragon Shield, which some people like to consider the real first ever Battlizer for a Red Ranger. Now, let's talk about the Zords. Yes, all of them have Tyrannosaurus Zords, and trying to distinguish them by name can get confusing. But they've made it a trope. The Red Ranger of a dinosaur team must use a T-Rex, no exception. And then for Dino Thunder and Dino Charge, they both have original forms before they were transformed. And then both Dino Charge and Dino Fury have further T-Rex transformations. Here the T-Rex Zord gets a long neck and becomes miniaturized, and for Dino Fury's T-Rex Champion Zord, it could take a humanoid form, which is more suited for combat. Now, I'd like to give an honorary mention to two more T-Rex Zords, which aren't part of a dinosaur-themed Power Ranger group. First is the Quantasaurus Rex, or the Q-Rex, used by Eric, the Quantum Ranger from Time Force. And then there's the second Q-Rex, used by Orion, the Super Megaforce Silver Ranger. Now, these four T-Rexes, as we know, could combine with the Zords on their teams into Megazords. And as you see, all T-Rex Zords would form the most obvious parts of their Megazords, with their striking red color. Note that we're only showing the primary Megazords in their base forms made of the initial core members. So the Megazords, their swords are different though. This one just falls from the sky out of nowhere. This one is a drill made of the T-Rex tail. This one's a drill made of the Triceratops. And this one's a sword also made of the Triceratops. And let's not forget, we have yet to talk about their smaller transportation vehicles. For Mighty Morphin, Jason's got a battle bike that he's never shown using, and there's a shark cycle that was used by Rocky, not Jason. Dino Thunder's got an awesome Raptor rider besides his Raptor cycle, and for Dino Charge, everyone uses a similar yellow-black Dino cycle, and I'm just going to put Tyler's civilian red Jeep here. Why not? And as for Dino Fury, there doesn't seem to be any at the moment, even with their Super Sentai counterparts. Now, to be fair, there are actually two more T-Rex themed Red Rangers that I haven't mentioned, both from alternate universes as featured in two separate theatrically released Power Ranger movies. And I'm just going to compare them with MMPR Jason here, since the 2017 movie Jason is just an alternate version of him, while the 1995 movie is also another version of MMPR, but featuring Jason's successor Rocky. For Rocky's helmet here, I purposely used the one showing his power scope, just to make it look more interesting. So here we have their unmorphed civilian forms, alternate 2017 Jason and alternate 1995 Rocky. Okay, that is so 90s fashion. And when morphed, we get these cinematic, more high-budget Red Ranger costumes, which look more armor-like instead of just spandex. And for their power source, all three use power coins, although the new Jason's coin looks more like a rock now. About the morphers, Rocky's morpher from the movie was changed slightly from the TV series, adding more red color around it, while the 2017 movie Jason has a swirly pattern, more of an alien look. As for the weapons, Rocky never shows his sword in the movie, neither does he use the blade blasters on his waist. As for the 2017 movie Jason, he's the only one on his team using his weapon, a power sword that extends automatically out of his right hand. And about the Zords, I'm purposely leaving out the 1995 movie, as Rocky's T-Rex was never ever shown, while his Ninjetti ape is not dinosaur themed. So here we have the two Tyrannosaurus Zords of two different Jasons from two different worlds. And they both form part of the mighty Megazord. The original power sword dropped from the sky out of nowhere, while the new Megazord has twin power swords made from the Pink Ranger's pterodactyl. Now we've actually reached the end of the video, and I just want to point out that I initially thought about making a follow-up video with the Blue Rangers of the dinosaur themed Power Ranger groups, as they also share the trope of using one similar dinosaur species, the Triceratops, except for Dino Charge, which ruins the trend as they have their Pink Ranger using a Triceratops, while Koda, the Blue Ranger, is a Stegosaurus. It grinds the gears of someone with OCD like me. So what should be next? How about maybe a ninja themed Power Rangers video? And which red T-Rex themed Power Ranger that we mentioned is your favorite? Make sure to leave a comment. Thank you for watching.